everybody. This is Ruthie of Ruthie K's Inc. and Anna of RK Artisans. And we are here today and talking about, well, I'm talking on So Much Talk. So, welcome to our podcast, So Much Talk, about recycling and
legacy wardrobe.
Legacy wardrobes. A legacy wardrobe, what is that? A legacy wardrobe is one where you buy things with the specific intention of keeping that item for a long time. So you're willing to spend more money on it.
Mm-hmm.
You also, too, want to know that you're going to like that for time to come. When we buy legacy clothing, we are told to look for neutrals, to look for basic designs, to look for things with less patterns that could come in and out of fashion. Those are all good, but then you can end up with a pretty neutral wardrobe. Oftentimes my wardrobe is all black. It's pretty neutral. But what you want to do is take those pieces that we just mentioned of something classic, something you want some neutrals, but you really, really want things you actually like. If you like the bohemian style, then you want things that are within that style. You want flowy pleated skirts. You want things that tend to be more ankle length for bohemian. And here you'll find there's a lot of difference in bohemian. So boil that down. Pinterest is your friend. Pinterest is fabulous. Go to Pinterest and type in bohemian and see what it says. See if that's actually the style you want. And then when you have that, you want to know the colors that look good on you. And you want to know the ones you like. Just because somebody tells you that you need to wear tan, you may not feel comfortable in tan. You may feel pretty faded out in tan. So you don't want that color.
Peach is one of those colors that is great for my skin tone, but I cannot stand wearing it. Peach and coral.
Yes, and I don't wear peach or coral because I look peach and coral. I blend away. So they're not colors that I will go to. I also love yellow, but I'm not going to wear yellow. There's like two yellows I can wear. One's a really bright clear yellow. One's a really pale, super pastel yellow. Hard to find. Not always sure I've got the right color. And if I get the wrong yellow, I look more alien than anything else. I look a little green. And that's not the look I want. I have very eclectic styles. I like full flowy skirts. I like the dresses that have the shearing across the top and to make that into stuff. I like, and they tend to look a little kind of medievalish. I also, though, like things that are really sleek. I adore women's suiting. My favorite suits are from the 1940s. I love a good woman's suit with a peplum, and I love a straight skirt when it fits correctly. Correctly, technically, means that it falls off of your bottom straight, not Jessica
hugging.
Rabbit. Yeah. I love skirts like that. And I like pants that are more palazzo style as a rule, or very straight.
Mm-hmm.
Because even though I'm heavier now, I have always had an hourglass shape. I go like this. Therefore, the biggest part is at the top of my hip. And across the bottom. And so a palazzo pant actually fits me really well. That's why I like it. It's comfortable and it fits really well. So when I look for clothes, those are the kind of things I look for. I also, as I get older, want comfort. So I'm looking for comfort and class.
Mm-hmm.
So those are things that can change with us over time, but we'll still keep that piece because I still like a V-neck. I prefer a V-neck. I like something that's soft. I tend to like flowy, or I liked pretty structure, as in the suiting. That's why I'm fascinated with making a women's tuxedo. That's where we're going with that, is because this is a beautiful structured suit that anybody can wear, and it's going to look really nice on you no matter what formal occasion you go to. See, that's where my brain goes. And for the example of tuxedo, when you buy one tuxedo, you don't have to buy 20 tuxedos.
Mm-hmm.
You could buy one tuxedo for the rest of your life as long as you stay the same size.
Right.
So it's worth the cost when I look at it that way. Many of us buy black slacks. All the time we buy black slacks. I love my black slacks, but I'd really prefer if I could get a ton of navy blue slacks, but you can't always find navy blue. Navy blue is one of the best women's colors there is out there. Hard to find, but it's definitely a legacy color. Many people can wear it.
A nice charcoal in a lady's suit is really hard to find too. I love wearing charcoal. It tends to work really well for me, and it's a nice neutral tone that you can dress up and dress down as you wish to. But most people don't make charcoal suits for ladies.
No, because the statistics say that ladies don't wear gray suits.
I am a statistical anomaly.
Yes, and I've talked to a handful of people that are, but most women do not wear gray suits. They do not feel comfortable in gray as a color in general. Why, I'm not sure, but it could go back to, and this is for another time on when we talk about historically how things happen, but gray used to be a sign of coming out of mourning in the Victorian era. You
Oh,
go
yeah.
from black to gray to
To
lavender.
lilac, yeah. Lavender.
Yeah. So there's some of that, and maybe that will change in suiting as time goes on, and we have a little less of that. The Well, we don't know why we do it, so we have less of it being done
Mm-hmm.
for that reason. So it takes away the stigma because we don't understand why it had the stigma in the first place, right? So
Right. So, speaking of stigma in as far as legacy clothing, 9 times out of 10, I would expect, at least for myself, when we talk about legacy clothing, we think of things like wedding gowns that you're planning to pass on to the next generation, or like you said, grandpa's suit that we pass down and pass down if it's still got some good wear out of it. We're talking about more than that, though, here.
yes, we're talking about legacy clothing as in I buy this suit today and I'm going to wear this suit till I die.
Right. And it can be casual clothes as well as formal
Yes.
clothes. Okay.
Many of you have legacy clothing in your jeans.
Yes.
When did you buy that pair of jeans? How long have you had that pair of jeans?
Mm-hmm.
Now, I have one gentleman who is a customer of mine, and he had me patch his jeans and patch his jeans and patch his jeans till both him and his wife and I both looked at him and said, we are not putting another patch on those jeans. All they are is patches on patches. They have to go. You have literally wore them out. There is basically no more of the jean left. All you got's your waistband, maybe a pocket. Yeah, he loved those jeans.
Yeah.
But those are also the things that we want to plan to have.
Mm-hmm.
If I buy a pair of jeans, I want those jeans to last throughout time. So if I want my jeans to last me for years, am I going to buy a flare leg jean that's got a 12-inch flare across? No, no. That's a fashion jean.
Yeah.
And so it's knowing that. In suiting, it used to be, in men's suiting in particular, that we would buy a jacket that fit where the seam is right here at your rotor cup.
Mm-hmm.
Because we knew that that was always going to be in style. Now, the only thing out there as a rule is a fashion jacket. And a fashion jacket, the seam comes right to the edge of your bicep. Okay, so that jacket, as of right now, is still going to be in fashion 10 years from now, unless something changes. But at the same time, you will always be in fashion if you do find or have made a jacket that starts at your rotor. And if your seam from your neck to your shoulder stops here and your shoulder comes down, there's things that help with that for your comfort. So you might like it better. And it's still going to be in fashion because it's very classic. And that's that. If you lift your arms up, your whole jacket doesn't come up. Right now, if you're at a wedding or all, you'll notice that most guys' jackets, they go like this, or they go to hug somebody and the whole jacket comes up like this.
Yeah.
For me as a tailor, I hate that. It makes me a little crazy. But
Is
that's what's out there, and that's about all you'll find.
is the shoulder seam, is that an alteration that can be done, moving it to where it hits at your
Yes.
rotor? Okay.
Yes. And it will be, as a warning, a more expensive alteration, but it will make your jacket fit more comfortably in many
And
ways because
last
you'll have
longer because
and last longer because you'll have a lot more movement in your arms.
mm-hmm.
Because when your sleeve comes clear out to here, you don't have a lot of movement in your arms without it being restricting. When you bring it up here, it takes away all that restriction. But the other thing is, you may not find a tailor that will do that for you. Not every tailor is willing to do that alteration.
Okay.
So just be aware you may have to find one that's willing to do that. So, yes. So, legacy clothing are things, they're things that we want to wear in the future. We buy them now expecting that we're going to have them, that summer sundress. We're going to have that summer sundress for 5 summers from now. We're going to have that suit for 10 summers, 5 summers. It's going to last us time.
Yeah.
The other piece of legacy is taking something you find in the thrift store that is old or and not worn. We're not talking worn old. We're talking it's from a past season, a past style, and remaking it. We have one customer that brings us the best stuff, and this is a different type of legacy. And she brings us stuff that is so cool, and she's like, I want to do this and this and this and this with it. One of the things she did was bring us a gunny sack dress. Gunny sack is from the 1970s, maybe into the 80s a little bit, but definitely in the 70s. And with this dress, the shapes were different. The breadth across most women's backs and shoulders was smaller. And so with her, we had to change the style a little bit so that it would fit. And that's what she wore for her wedding dress. Funnily enough, it was the exact same wedding dress, not the exact same dress, but the style and fabric and everything as my best friend got married in. So yeah, that was kind of cool. And then another thing she brought was a 2 dresses that are more, I think they were more modern, but maybe not, because she tends to do a lot of thrift store buying. And we took these 2 matching dresses and we made them into multiple items that she can wear for a long time.
It ended up
So
being a skirt, a blouse, a jacket, and something else.
a strapless dress and a jacket and a purse.
That was it.
And I think a headband. But it was a whole outfit. So that's another way to do legacy. But she's also brought me like 1940s men's wool pants. The style's 1940s. I'm not sure when the actual garment was made. And we brought that in to fit here, her keeping the style but modernizing it enough to where it doesn't look weird. Mm-hmm. So that's something that you can definitely do. And we live at a great time where you can wear steampunk, you could wear your cosplay, you could wear your cape from your Beauty and the Beast cosplay. So there's lots of pieces to do to upscale that. So those are pieces of the legacy that you can have. You can take a wedding gown and legacy it by using a piece of that wedding gown in a new modern dress. That's a really common thing out there is I want to use a piece of my mom or my grandma's wedding gown in this dress. And those are a lot of fun. Now, the thing with legacy alterations is they may not cost you small amounts of money. But when we're looking at alterations, we're not looking at, oh, this is going to be inexpensive. We're looking at, I'm going to be wearing this for a long time.
Yeah.
I love this and I want to continue on wearing this. These are the things that we're looking at. This needs to change in this way or this way so that I'm going to really love this. Because if we love our items of clothing, we wear our items of clothing. If we hate our items of clothing or they're not comfortable to us, we don't wear them. So when we look at doing an alteration, cost is only part of what we're looking at. We're looking at the longevity of it. We're looking at how much we like it. What is its ROI, return on investment, to you? That's the way we need to look at our clothing. And we live in a time of modernism. We live in a time of, what's the word, Anna? It's not stark.
Minimalism?
Minimalism.
And sustainability.
And sustainability. So in legacying our clothing, we are making things more sustainable because no, we don't want to just wear a past fashion, but we can take that past fashion and we can make it modern. That way we're extending the length of this piece of cloth. We're recycling it, so to speak, into legacy clothing, which sounds much nicer than recycled clothing, right? But we're getting the fabric we want. We're getting the style we want, the look we want. Those are all things that we are getting when we legacy our clothing. We're getting something we enjoy. We're getting something that lasts. We're getting something that we can extend the life of. It's really a good way to minimalize your closet. How many of us have a closet full of clothes that we don't even wear half of them? And I'm not talking per seasons of the year, because there are people that will change them out per season, and that's great. You have this section of clothes for fall, this for winter, this for spring, this for summer. That's fabulous. And you will rotate those, which also helps your clothes last a lot longer. But you can still be minimalist. You don't need a whole walk-in closet of clothes that you don't ever wear. Now, that does not mean don't keep that fancy dress that you love to wear every Christmas. This is your Christmas dress. You wear it every year for the solstice, or you wear it every year for Passover, or, you know, there's that outfit that has its spot in your life. And you don't want to get rid of that just because you only wear it once a year. It's very important to you. That's a legacy dress, because when people look back and they're going to go, oh yeah, I remember this happened on that date. See, it connects with a time and an event. This is why we fall in love with some of our clothes. It's either comfort, and every time it's comfort, we're going to wear it a lot. And when we wear it a lot, it's going to attach itself to memories. It's great things. That favorite pair of jeans. How many memories are attached to your favorite pair of jeans? I bet there's a lot of them. So these are legacy clothing. These are why we recycle them, why we change them or keep them or save them. But we need to do that with intent. And that's not just to be a minimalist. That's just because look through your closet. People say, oh, if you haven't worn it in a year. No. When was the last time you wore it, and would you wear it again? Those are the questions you need to ask yourself. Because quite frankly, I have probably 20 dresses in my closet. And right now, this is one of the ones I wear the most. You'll see it on me a lot. I have 2 others that I made for spring, summertime. You'll see those again next spring, summer. But I'm probably not going to be wearing them now because it's cold. But I have another one with long sleeves and a big V in the back. I love that dress too. And I'm going to be wearing it with my flannel tights. And because it's shorter, this one's ankle length. But I will be wearing that in the winter here. And it's white with blue patterns on it. Plus I have some others coming, but I'm also going to take out all the suits I never wear and have no plans on wearing again. If I wear another suit, it's going to be one that I made myself. Many reasons for that. One is I have to wear clothes I made so that y'all can see what I can do. But also then they're going to fit me better than something I go to the store to make. That's the advantage of being the tailor. But I have to take time to actually make those items and then switch out what I bought out of my cupboard. Now, am I not going to have anything I didn't make? Oh, yeah, I have a cute little skirt that's a knit skirt that I love. I have about 3 knit dresses that I wear all summer long that I've had for years now. And those are my legacy clothes that I love. I have a red sweater dress with the big cowl collar that I wear for Christmas, holidays, and Valentine's. I have a black one that I love. And then I have a gray one with stripes. That's just a lot of fun. And it's a cotton knit. So I wear it more towards spring. Because then I can stay warm, look very nice, and be cozy. So those are the things that legacy fashion is about. Anything else, Anna? Anything to add or questions?
Thinking about it in perspective, a lot of your legacy clothing is pieces that you made specifically for you and for your line of work. For me and my line of work, and for the type of lifestyle I lead, my legacy pieces tend to be sort of statement pieces, like the blouse I'm wearing right now. I like a very multifunctional, multi-seasonal wardrobe. So my base wardrobe is lots of tank tops and leggings. And then I make those either more winter appropriate or summer appropriate by adding other pieces to it. So, but those staple pieces, the tank tops and leggings, are the things that I end up having to trade out more often. So I was just trying to think about how I could make those pieces a little more legacy, because the pieces I have that end up being more legacy are my fun tops that I toss on over a tank top, or my really good sweaters that I toss on, or my flowy skirts, because I like my boho skirts, and those are the ones that tend to last me for longer.
Yeah, and those are the pieces that are legacy clothing. When you're talking leggings and you're talking tank tops, most of those aren't going to be long-term legacy
Right.
because we wear those a lot more like underclothes.
True.
Which you have to change out on a regular basis because you
Right.
wear them every single day. And if you wear a flowy skirt and you're wearing your leggings under them to keep warm,
Mm-hmm.
or a tank top, and then you just pull something nicer to over the top because tank tops are very comfortable.
Yeah.
Then see, but there are people that have their legacy sweats. They're not looking to look good in them; they're just looking to be comfortable.
Right.
So yeah. But here, I hope we've given you a little bit on legacy clothing and how to use it. And this is Ruthie K of Ruthie K's Inc. and Anna of RK Artisans at So Much Talk. Welcome to So Much Talk and have a great week.